What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And today, here's the thing: we'll go with fantasy. My predictions for our Saturday's games. Review Saturday's USHL games, Friday's NHL games, and then go over my USHL All-Star team by conference. So my Eastern Conference USHL team, All-Star team, and then my Western Conference USHL All-Star team for the 24-25 season. I made these up myself. And then I'll do my predictions for a hypothetical 7-game series between these two conference teams. And then right after I'm done with this podcast, I'm going to be going in the next one, which will be the official playoff stuff. So, yeah. With that being said, let's get into it here. All my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, X Flash, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Twitch, Discord, my Discord for this podcast, my American football channel, baseball channel, basketball channel, my website, my Spotify, USHL Scotch Facebook group for 5.2 thousand USHL fans. This Facebook group, it's called the Saints for Life, with 1,000 big fun Saints fans. All that, about a paragraph and a half of who I am, what I do this podcast. Another paragraph, how to contact me if you have any comments, questions about this podcast. All that much more is in the description of this podcast episode. Check it out if you haven't already. Go to the channel if you like this podcast. Follow Spotify, same thing. Like this episode if you like this episode in particular and stuff like it. Like Spotify, same thing. And turn notifications YouTube channel if you want to know every time I go live and or upload a video on the channel. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into fantasy here. Starting with in the championship match of my fantasy league. This fantasy league ends in like 4 days, April 17th. So yeah. The championship matchup, the winner gets a championship, first place. Loser gets second place. Leathers beating Salmon Slayers 254.0 to 239.6. Salmon Slayers top performance, Cam McCann, Nikita Kucherov, Elias Lindholm. Leathers top performance, Sean Monahan, Rasmus Dahlin, Seth Jarvis. Next matchup, I'm in this next matchup. The winner gets a third seed, loser gets a 4 seed. I'm losing to the Bordy 265.2 to 214.8. My top performance, Elias Sorokin, Jake Sanderson, Jake Gunsel. His top performer, Darcy Kemper, Matt Bordy, Philip Forsberg. In the next matchup, the winner gets a 5th seed, loser gets a 6th seed. Toronto Maple Leafs is defeating Glizzy so far, 197.0 to 148.8. Glizzy top performers, Alex Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, Kirill Marchenko. Toronto Maple Leafs top performers, Mackenzie Weegar, Robert Thomas, and Timmy Panarin. And then next matchup, winner gets a 7th seed, loser gets an 8th seed. Daniel's Darren team is beating C Smart team 183.6 to 161.4. C Smart team top performance, Austin Anderson, JJ Paterka, Joel Eriksson. Daniel's Darren team top performance, Nick Suzuki, Thomas Shabbat, Adrian Kempe. Last matchup, winner gets a 9th seed, loser gets a 10th seed, or the last seed. Just Scary team is winning this matchup versus Taka 170.0 to 122.0. Taka's top performers, Zach Wierenski, Jordan Kyrou, Romanov. Just Scary team top performers, David Pastrnak, Jared McCann, and Tage Thompson. Yeah, let's go with predictions for Saturday's games on the USHL. Last regular season games of the USHL 24-25 season. I had Youngstown defeating Team USA, which they did. I had Sioux City defeating Des Moines. They did. I had Muskegon defeating Chicago, which they did. Right? Did Sioux City defeat Des Moines? I actually don't remember. I'll check that though. Waterloo defeat Omaha, which I predicted. I had Sioux Falls defeating Fargo, which they did. I had Lincoln defeating Tri-City. They did not. Tri-City won in overtime. I had to beat defeating Cedar Rapids, which they did. I had Madison defeating Green Bay, which they did. So overall, I did really good that day. So yeah. And then for the NHL, I had Washington defeating Columbus. They definitely did not. They lost 7-0, but they had the third string goalie in, and they were sitting Ovechkin. I had Islanders defeating the Flyers. They did not. I had the Hurricanes defeating the Rangers. They did. The Kings defeating the Avalanche. They did. Panthers defeating the Sabres. I don't remember if they did actually. I had the Leafs defeating the Canadiens, which they did in overtime. I had the Stars defeating the Hockey Club. They did not. I had the Wild defeating the Canucks, which they did not, I don't think. I had the Knights defeating the Predators, which I'm pretty sure they did. And I had the Blues defeating the Kraken, which I believe they did too. So, yeah. Let's go to Saturday's USHL games, last regular season games of the USHL season. This is a makeup episode, by the way, so I would have done this on Saturday, but I didn't do my episode on Saturday. So the one that the podcast episode I'm gonna do after this episode is going to be the one I was supposed to do today. This one was making up yesterday's podcast. That's why I'm doing it a day later, just in case you didn't know. So yeah. Youngstown Max Team USA 6-1. That's a 35-21 for Youngstown. Youngstown 3 for 7 in the power play. Team USA 0 for 3. And the Adam Bennett power play goal was a Michigan goal. Don't see those very often. Very rare, not only in the NHL, but even rarer in the USHL. I'm glad I was able to see one. Was not in person, wasn't even watching live, but I got told that it happened like really like soon after, like right after it happened. So I was able to catch it. Really cool. Adam Bennett, power play goal scored, went behind the net, wrapped it up around. Beautiful goal. But Youngstown with the W clinched the number one seed in the East, and the East is going through the Phantoms this year. Des Moines takes care of business 4-1 at home ice in the last game of the season versus Sioux City. That's a 21 the piece. Des Moines goes 1 for 3 in the power play. Sioux City goes 0 for 2. Gunderson gets a lone Sioux City goal. Makes sense. Tri-City ends the season off a huge upset, 32 in overtime on home ice. Shots at 41-29 for Tri-City. Tri-City goes 0 for 5 in the power play. Lane goes 0 for 4. I could see Tri-City pulling off an upset with Waterloo in the first round. But we'll talk about that next podcast episode when we break down the bracket. Sioux Falls takes their business 5-2. They bounce back after Friday night's loss with Fargo. They bounce back Saturday night, get the 5-2 W at home. That's a 28-27 for Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls 0 for 1 in the power play. Fargo's 1 for 5. And then Muskegon takes down Chicago 4-2. Muskegon capitalizes on all of the 3 power play opportunities. Chicago is not capitalizing on any of their 5 opportunities. Shots 32-25 in favor of Muskegon. Waterloo takes care of business versus Omaha 5-0. Shots 41-24 in favor of Waterloo. 1 for 3 in the power play win. Waterloo with 0 for 1 on the power play win. Omaha 24 save. I'm assuming Hendrickson shutout, which is a former team. It might be Vacon, but I'm assuming Hendrickson. The Big Flying Saints take care of business 4-2 at home over Cedar Rapids. The Big are 2 for 2 in the power play. Cedar Rapids are 2 for 3 in the power play. Shot to 26-24 in favor of Dubuque. And then to end the night, Madison squeaked out a very close game with 6-5 win over Green Bay. 38-20 in favor of Madison. Madison's 0 for 2 in the power play. Green Bay 1 for 2 in the power play. And that is the preview of the first round matchup that's officially happening. Yeah. Go over to the NHL scores. 5 games Friday. Canadians take down the Canadians. 5-2, 34-22 in favor of Ottawa. Ottawa outplays them pretty heavily there. A great game from Ottawa. They get closer and closer to clinching the first wildcard spot, which they eventually did, but not at this point. At this point, they have not yet. Red Wings keep their playoff chances. Very, 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 very unlikely, but they keep them alive for now. 4-43 upset victory in Tampa, 43 in overtime. And then right after that, the Devils fall to the Penguins 4-2 at home. 26 saves and 28 shots against home, assuming Tristan Jarry as the Penguins pick up upset W. Doesn't really matter, but sure, why not? Oilers get the job done on home ice 4-2 over the Sharks. And then the Flames defeat the Wild 4-2, shots at 32-18 for the Flames. The Flames outplayed the Wild pretty heavily. Much deserved win for the Flames on home ice. Yeah. I'm going to go blank screen real quick just when I pull up the All-Star team so I don't spoil anything on the way there like I did yesterday, because I did for the power ranking. I accidentally spoiled something. Yeah, we're not doing that again, for sure. Not doing that again. Alright, here we are. Yeah, we are here. USHL All-Star teams for 24-25 season. I made these myself. So, no, this is not official at all. But yeah. The players for the Eastern Conference here. Let's get into it. Forwards: Will Zealous from Green Bay, Aiden Park from Green Bay, Riker Lee from Madison, Aiden Long from Madison, Adam Bennett from Youngstown, Jamison Slies, I think, from Youngstown, Cole McKinney from USA, LJ Mooney from USA, David Deputy from Muskegon, Gavin Cornforth from Dubuque, Tynan Lawrence from Muskegon, and Hami Ajibi from Cedar Rapids. Defensemen: Lucas Peterson from Green Bay, Luke Osborne from Youngstown, Xavier Velo from Muskegon, Colton Jameson from Madison, Matt Desiderio from Dubuque, and Maxon Vig from Cedar Rapids. Goaltenders: we got Melvin Straw from Youngstown, Shiga Butingatia from Muskegon, and Liam Bierman from Dubuque as the 3 attendees. Every team's number of representatives. And I forgot a capital letter. Whatever. Update it. Youngstown was 4 representatives. They have the most since they are number 1 in the league. They're number 1 in the East, not league. Number 1 in the East, kind of makes sense. Madison at 3, tied for the second most. Green Bay also at 3, tied for the second most. Knowing that the teams that are facing each other in the first round, they have They're tied for the second most representatives. They have a lot of star power on both the teams. Team USA has 2, which is tied for the third most. Muskegon also has 2, which is tied for the third most. Dubuque also has 2, which is tied for the third most, and so does Cedar Rapids. Chicago has 0, which is last. They don't have any representatives out of the East. So here are the lines. Here's what the lines would be. I made these lines up too as well myself. First line, Riker Lee, Aiden Park, Will Zellers. Aiden Park, Will Zellers obviously been the best duo in the USHL season. Between them and probably Gio Martino and Landon Gunnarsson from Sioux City. Best duo in the East for sure, as well as Riker Lee. Dominant line. They're going to put the puck in the net as much as they want. Second line, Aiden Long, Anna Bennett, and Jameson Slies. Obviously the young sound duo there, then Aiden Long to really complete the second line. Third line, LJ Mooney, Cole McKinney, and Gavin Cornforth. You got the Team USA duo, as well as Gavin Cornforth, who's going to be really able to produce with that kind of talent. And then the fourth line is going to be Hamid GB, Davey Deputy, and Tynan Lawrence. The Muskegon duo, so they have a duo from a team on every single line, so they have good chemistry up and down the lineup. Benson, Lucas Peterson, Luke Osborne, the first pairing. Second pairing, Xavier Vilo and Matt Desiderio. Third pairing is Maxon Vig and Colton Jameson. Goaltending, starting goaltender is going to be Melvin Straw. Backup goaltender is going to be Liam Bierman. And backup goal is going to be, third string goal is going to be Shiga Gatiev. So that's going to be the East lines right there. Okay, that's what we're doing for the East All-Star team this year. That's it. The West players. Forwards, Giacomo Martino from Sioux City, Landon Gunderson from Sioux City, Jack Picard from Lincoln, Nolan Road from Tri-City, got to do the duo in crime, Artemi Nizamea from Tri-City, Daniel Shaline from Lincoln, and also Dashiell Oliver from Lincoln. St. Pritchard from Sioux City, Jack Kernan from Des Moines, Ethan Rittenbach from Sioux Falls, Reed Vulcani, if you say that, from Sioux Falls, and Noah Ernest from Sioux Falls. Defensemen, Dylan Compton from Waterloo, Atini Lassard from Lincoln, Sam Lorilla from Fargo, Giannetti Charlie, if you say that, from Sioux Falls, Caden Harrington from Lincoln, and Tanner Hendricks from Lincoln. Goaltending, Jan Shostak from Lincoln, Aiden Wright from Sioux Falls, and Samuel Urban from Sioux City to round out the goaltending situation for the West team. Team number of representatives. Lincoln, 7, the most, not only in the West, but most in the league. Makes sense, they're the NFC Cup champions. 7 is a lot, though. Sioux Falls have 5 representatives, second most in the West. Sioux City have 4 representatives, third most in the West. Tri-City has 2, fourth most in the West. Waterloo has 1, which is tied for 5th. Let me add the extra. All right. Waterloo is 1. Fargo also has 1, which is tied for 5th. Des Moines has 1, which is also tied for 5th. And then Omaha has 0, obviously probably one of the worst teams in USHL history. So they only have 7 wins, which is obviously the least. Tied for Chicago at the least. The line for the West would be, the first line would be Gio Martino, Landon Gunderson, Jack Picard. That'd be nasty. Gio Martino, Landon Gunderson, probably the best duo in the league. Literally the top 2 scorers in the USHL this year, and Jack Picard, also one of the top scorers in the league. They'd be like probably the best line in the USHL. Like, obviously, but like even better than any of the lines that East has. Maybe, I don't know, pretty close. If not, be really close to East. East first line, second line, Artemi Nizamea, Nolan Road, Daniel Shaline. I'll be through the duo, like the partner in crime, Artemi Nizamea, Nolan Road. Obviously, phenomenal in Tri-City with Daniel Shaline. Phenomenal line. Third line, Dashiell Oliver, Jack Kernan, and St. Pritchard. They don't really know each other. None of them on the same team, but just really worked well together. They're going to be really, really good. Fourth line, Ethan Wittenbach, Reed Varconi, and Noah Ernest. The all Sioux Falls line. Known to the second best team in the West and the third best team in general. Actually, probably the second best team not only in the West but in the league, points-wise, I believe. Having all Sioux Falls line in the fourth line could be nasty depth. Defenseman, Dylan Compton, Sam Lorilla. First pairing, second pairing, Giannetti Charlie and Etini Lassard. Third pairing, Cade Harrington, Tanner Hendricks, the Lincoln. The pairing for third final pairing. Goaltending, starting goaltender, Jan Shostak. Second backup goaltender, second goaltender, backup goaltender, whatever. Aiden Wright from Sioux Falls, and then third string attendee is Samuel Urban. So my predictions for what would happen in a hypothetical 7-game series, I would pick the West to win in 6 games. Look at the way this roster, it's so much depth. Like, I compare line by line. long have you not been able to hear me? I really hope it wasn't that long, because I just went over all the lines and stuff. How long has it been? We'll hope it hasn't been that long, but yeah. Official. I'll post it on my Facebook page too, X page, all that stuff. I'll post it on there too, just in case. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Have a great see you morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time you watch this. Go to channel if you haven't already. While following Spotify, like the same thing. Like this episode if you haven't already. Liking Spotify, same thing. Post notifications if you haven't already. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's the 2024-2025 USHL All-Star teams, I will see you guys. I hope you enjoyed episode 21, season 10. We'll see you guys tomorrow. For, actually later. Like right now for the USHL official playoff 2024-2025 playoff bracket breakdown and my predictions, award predictions, all that. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.